With technology advancing at tremendous speed in a globalized world, unmanned aerial vehicles such as drones have become a genuine concern to the military. Once exclusive to armed forces, drones have now made their way to the international market, and civilians can acquire them effortlessly. This has turned out to be a problem for military and police personnel across the world. Terrorist organizations like ISIS and criminal circles from American and European countries have been using them against their governments to carry out violent acts. This has forced the US military to adopt unconventional ways to take down enemy drones, no matter their size or capabilities. Rise of drones. The United States military has been using reconnaissance drones as far back as the early days of the Cold War, long before the outbreak of the Vietnam War. Piloted by one-man crews, the Lockheed U-2s were sent to the Soviet Union to capture pictures and footage of secret Russian facilities hidden in the Ural Mountains and beyond. The pinnacle of reconnaissance aircraft was the SR-71 Blackbird, which was broadly used during the conflict against Mother Russia. As the United States got involved in the Middle East conflict during the last years of the 20th century, the need for a new type of reconnaissance aircraft was imminent. That's when the unmanned aerial vehicles, or drones, came in. Drones were designed to be used in combat situations when it was considered too risky for human pilots to conduct operations, such as combat zones with heavy anti-aircraft weaponry. These devices could provide ground troops with 24-hour coverage and intel 7 days a week, without the risk of losing a pilot if things went sideways. The United States began to rely heavily on drones for surveillance and attack operations under the presidency of George W. Bush, mainly after the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Drones were first perceived as an effective way of delivering precision strikes that could minimize casualties and collateral damage. But there was a public pushback when media outlets leaked footage of drone strikes that destroyed towns and villages. Although UAVs come in many shapes and sizes, the most commonly used by military personnel are the MQ-1B Predator and the MQ-9 Reaper. Equipped with state-of-the-art cameras and laser-guided missiles, they can be remotely controlled from bases located thousands of miles away. A global threat. After 2010, the United States steadily lost its monopoly over drones as their commercial market reached popular demand. With people now acquiring drones with different specifications and sizes, criminal organizations also saw the opportunity to expand their arsenal with these unmanned aircraft. Although drones cannot emulate the sophisticated American UAV systems, users can arm these devices with plastic explosives, chemical agents, or even radioactive materials, and send them straight into their targets as kamikaze aircraft from World War II. This has been the case with several Mexican drug cartels, which have used 3DR solo quadcopter drones with remote detonated explosive devices to wage war against the Mexican Federal Police and Army. ISIS terrorists have also made use of drones to publicly showcase their destructive firepower. In Germany, the Pirate Party used a small drone to approach Chancellor Angela Merkel during a speech in Dresden to intimidate her. And in France, environmentalists used drones to break into nuclear facilities to denounce the government's lack of vigilance. The United States has also witnessed drone threats, such as the instance in which former Northeastern University student Rezwan Firdas plotted to fly explosive-laden drones over the Pentagon and Capitol. Black Dart exercises. Concerned about global drone threats, the United States created the Black Dart exercise program with the Defense Intelligence Agency's cooperation. Held annually, Black Dart consists of a series of tests regarding technologies and tactics to fight hostile drones at Naval Base Ventura County in California. During these exercises, the military tests drones in several categories that range from Group 5 drones that weigh more than 1,300 pounds to Group 1 UAVs that weigh less than 30 pounds and fly lower than 1,300 feet. Companies contracted by the Pentagon are invited to test their prototypes without fear of getting their projects canceled. For the past few years, the military has been focusing on taking down Group 1 drones, the most commonly employed by civilians and criminals. Shotguns and rifles are enough to take down isolated Group 1 drones, some of which are the size of birds. But targeting a swarm of enemy drones can be a trickier proposition. In a clip from August 2015, a door gunner trainee aboard a Navy Seahawk helicopter can be seen shooting at a small white drone in Point Mugu, California, during a Black Dart exercise. Using a 7.62mm M240 door gun, the shooter initially struggles to take down the unflagging drone. Finally, after hitting it multiple times, the drone loses control and crashes into the water. Immediately after, an MH-60 Nighthawk helicopter fires several 20mm rounds from its M197 Gatling cannon into another drone that also crashes into the water. The footage appears to be a training session to analyze the possibilities of helicopters fighting back against drones targeted straight at them during landing and evacuation operations in combat zones. Quote, "It's a problem for everyone," Black Dart Project Officer Major Scott Gregg remarked. Quote, "Our allies are using them, our coalition partners are using them, but our adversaries are using them too."